Welcome, everybody, to the voicemail dump truck. I didn't realize that I'd be doing the intro until I forgot that Bacalar wasn't here this week because he's Sicklar.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. We're trying to get him to exit flu. You know what I'm saying?
That
works.
Tam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Hit me with a boing, Dan. I never thought I'd say that sentence out loud. I regret saying that.
There you go. There you go.
Joining me this week, we got a lovely a basket full of dumplings. We've got Dan Reichert.
Hello.
Well, last time you ate a dumpling? That's normally a mic check question, but like, you know, here's the
When I lived in San Francisco, I was right across the street from the Kingdom of Dumpling. Awesome dumplings. Used to get those all the time on Terraval. Yeah.
Yep,
great.
that's the one. That guy hugs me every time I step in, and I don't step in that regularly, and I think he thinks I'm someone else, but I accept the hug each time.
You always accept the hug at the dumpling place. Absolutely.
Yeah. Jeff Grubb, last time you ate like a cake.
Cake. We regularly would go to Target and order a cake from the bakery for any special event. But I think I picked up one from Meyer because we need to test out this cake and see the quality of this cake now that we've moved to a new place. Okay. So probably in the last month, we got like a big gold chocolate cake, and it was tasty. It was good.
And we got the cutest cake here, Timur Hussein.
Hello. What's my question?
I didn't have a question for you.
Okay. Well, I ate dumpling maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Trader Joe's.
TJ's. Okay.
Does a pretty good vegetable dumpling, which I'm very into. And what was the cake question that Jeff had?
Good cake. Last cake you had?
When's the last time? Yeah.
I guess does donut holes count? Because I just ate one of those.
Ooh, that depends. It's like a cakey donut, though.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of and actually it's more of a standard cake, a standard donut. So I don't think so.
Okay. Speaking of cake,
all right,
you guys have given me a segue here, and you guys didn't even know it.
Lovely.
Oh no,
I love these.
It involves hats segues. And cakes. Listen.
Oh no.
Okay.
Finally,
there was a thing years ago. I think it was something very boring. Like I thought Randy Orton was going to come back in the Royal Rumble, and I said if he doesn't, I'll eat a hat. This has plagued me as a man who his word is sacred to the folks at home. I said I would eat a hat, and so what did I do? I think it was on this very show. I went on Amazon and I searched for edible hat, and I got a thing. It was hey, here's a hat. It's edible. That's all I needed. Edible and hat. I ordered it and it has arrived. So
have you worn it?
There is a problem though.
Okay.
The picture really looked like a hat on Amazon, and it did say edible hat. And let me show you the hat. And for the folks listening at home on their podcast devices, please someone explain what I'm holding up.
All right. This better be something you actually put on your head. This is a graduation.
Oh,
it's a graduation
my
cap.
God.
That's a graduation cap.
No, but the problem is
two-dimensional.
It is paper. It's a picture.
I thought it was a 3D.
Cap.
I thought it was like a cookie or something. It is something from whimsical practicality. It is an edible icing image.
No.
So it is meant to be put on a cake.
Edible.
Yes.
As someone who loves loopholes, I think you eat that thing and then call it a day. Okay.
I think Tam, thank you, Tam.
No.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about this. I don't want to be associated with this.
No. This is like
piece
when you
of printer
paper
paper
right there. This is not counting. This looks like a Eucharist that they give you at church.
There we go.
Yeah, you're eating the body of Christ right now.
This is the cap of Christ.
That's
all right, folks. Here it is. Put the tape in your VCR, folks.
Two-dimensionally, it disappears when you turn it sideways.
It's time for me to eat a hat.
Wear it on your head. If you wear it on your head first, then you can. Okay.
It's a hat. It's a hat.
Okay, we gotta count the like five or something. 1,
Letter of the law.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's a hat.
Okay, he wore a hat. I guess. I hate this.
This is just straight up paper.
Bad.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping. You gotta eat all of it now. You gotta eat all of it. You gotta eat all that shit, Dan. You've started. You gotta finish that.
I want you to eat a hat. Okay, yeah, this counts. Yeah. No, that face makes it count right there.
I don't know if this is edible.
That's just paper. That is just paper.
It might be
honestly,
it's just transfer over onto a cake, like a tattoo.
It rips like paper. It tastes like paper.
I think that's literally like a stencil you're supposed to use to like
pile in a cake.
Your own thing. So you're
Really?
just eating straight up paper.
What is the
right now.
brand name on this
Finish
thing?
it.
I want to look it up.
Finish
Like,
it.
Whimsical practicality.
Whimsical practice.
I don't
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
it. I don't think that's it.
I think
Dan.
this is paper.
It's just paper.
I think I just ate paper. Well, but
Well,
you can,
icing.
there's paper hats.
Dan,
Am I gonna die?
Whimsical
Is this like ink?
practicality.
Your mouth
Emoji
is
edible icing.
Ah! Ah!
His tongue is completely blue.
I hate
His
this.
mouth. He looks like a Terry Gilliam monster.
Ah!
See, Dan, if you just ate an actual hat, I was thinking of next PAX or next in-person thing we go. Oh, Dan, you should rinse your mouth out.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go do some Listerine.
Oh my
no.
God.
Well,
He looks like he sucked off a Navi.
yeah. That's why Avatar got delayed. It was too strong.
Yeah, the fluffer on set was not helping out very much till Dan got it there. Yeah.
For folks listening to the audio only of the voicemail dump truck, Dan proceeded to present what he thought was an edible hat. I think it was just paper, and then his mouth turned blue.
We can make him opening his mouth and it being completely blue the thumbnail, right? Is that the album art? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he
Wonderful.
did that was
Wonderful.
the idea. That's he
Cool.
brought this upon himself. See, I was thinking next in-person thing we do, or next time I see Dan in person, I was just gonna make him like a tortilla chip hat. Like I was just gonna get a big tortilla and fry it into the shape of a hat. But no, he had to go do this.
You can do
Yeah,
that for me.
Yeah, I'll eat that. That sounds delicious.
I'll eat that. Yeah.
It would still.
It's still
I
there.
think
It's
it's ink.
still
I
there.
think it's just ink.
Dan, I think it's
I
one of
spent
those. It's like a temporary tattoo, but for a cake. I think you're supposed to place it onto a cake, and then it would leave the imprint of a hat.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah,
I
the
just eat
paper part
paper
would
with
come
ink
away.
on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, that's worse than a
I think
hat.
it's probably edible to a certain extent.
Did you
Yeah,
look
you're
up
probably not gonna
whimsical
die.
practicality?
I looked it up. It's got 4.2 out of 5 stars. These emojis ones look very handy. What I'm getting from the instructions here, it's like, yeah, you're supposed to imprint it, and then you lift the paper, and it stays on there like a temporary tattoo, just like Jan explained. Yeah.
So you don't eat the
It
paper.
says easy
Fuck
to
no.
apply. It doesn't say easy to digest or to eat it from the paper. You're
Am I
supposed to
gonna
apply
die?
it.
I don't think you're
Well,
gonna die.
One day,
Dan,
hopefully.
I think that might be the least poisonous thing you've ever put in your body.
I mean, am I going to have like an issue here?
No, I
You're
think
gonna
your-
look at, like,
your
you're gonna- here's
stool
what's
might
gonna
be
happen.
blue.
Yes, you're gonna forget this happened, and in a day and a half, you're gonna take a shit, and you're gonna look down and be like, "Oh my god, something's wrong with me. It's blue. What's going on?" And then you're gonna remember this conversation like a half an hour later when you're on the phone with your doctor or whatever. So
Either that,
that's what's
or
gonna
you're
happen
going to
now.
forget this happened, and then you're going to forget everything else that has happened in your life. as well.
Yes, or you, yes,
your brain has
your
been poisoned.
brain's gonna have holes eaten in it. Yeah.
Oh, man, that'd be a dumb way to die.
Talk about whimsical practicality, huh?
Yeah. There we go.
Lived up
Oh!
to its name.
Another thing, by the way, now that I've done my duty and I've eaten the hat. Okay, so that voicemail, was it last week about the
one
kid?
where you bullied him?
The Monaco?
Right, the shoving thing. That has been like bothering me because it's like, that doesn't sound like me at all. What the fuck was that? And I talked to my dad and he's like, yeah, you totally wouldn't have done that. And then I realized, okay, he said it was in front of Monaco's, right? And I Googled it and I mistakenly thought Monaco's Grand Prix because there is a real Monaco Grand Prix, right?
That's what I would have assumed.
Now, look what I found. And again, another visual thing on an audio podcast. Please describe what I'm holding.
Okay. He's
That
holding
looks
a Malibu Grand Prix driver's
Mini
license.
Virage racing license.
Is that due on there?
I'm assuming
That's
that's
a
a young
social
Dan
security
Reichert.
card. Social security number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Danny Reichert's
Danny
from
Reichert.
August 3rd, 1995. Malibu Grand Prix. It was Malibu Grand Prix, not Monaco. So I'm back to thinking there was a 0% chance that voicemail had any. I asked Backlar about it, and he was like, "No, that's a guy that comes in or calls in and makes up stories all the time." I'm like, "Okay,
Oh,
thank you."
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seems
Malibu Grand Prix.
That
Yes.
explains one of the voicemails then. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
here we
That
go.
actually explains a lot of the voicemails that we
Also,
received.
now that we figured it out, we will be cracking down on voicemails where you're just making stuff up.
yes.
Uh-huh.
That's not a foolproof way of getting selected on the dump truck.
Yeah, that's just
Yes,
like all those
yes.
people making up, Dan, that your hands are soft. No, they're rigid and made of stone.
Yeah. Very right. Yeah.
It's very,
Granite.
yeah, it's just, yeah, absolutely. And just, yeah, hard, tough guy hands.
It's like different grades of sandpaper. I didn't know there were different grades of sandpaper until recently.
yeah. I know that
Really?
because I did it. I painted it. I bought a thing from Goodwill for all my consoles, and I sanded it down and I painted it, and what's the spray lacquering? I did all that stuff.
Yeah.
I bought a mask, like a Bane mask that made it so I didn't die.
Mhm.
So I sandpapered and I got all sorts of different grades now.
Well, now with the hat stuff out of the way, Dan, I hope your tummy holds up for this
worried
before
about it.
you actually got to go to take a dump, because we've got a bunch of voicemails.
No.
Yeah.
All right, gents.
Oh, that's email, isn't it?
Yes.
I need to get a xylophone. None of you are my boss. Can I expense a xylophone?
Yes,
Yes.
you can expense our phone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
As long as you dress
lovely.
up as a skeleton and play it. Yes, absolutely.
Man, yes. Okay, I know. Oh, I'll expense that as well then.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dan. Since you subjected yourself to eating a hat, I think you deserve a reward. You get to pick
That's fair.
2 voicemails.
Two.
2.
How about best cake?
Best cake.
One that
Hey,
uses eight.
Guzzlers, this is Jones from South Dakota. Just want to ask you, what is your favorite state of cake? Not cake flavor, but state of cake. For instance, I like hacking a piece of that cake off right out of the fridge and eating it with my hands. The frosting is all cold and hard. It's yummy. It's delicious. But what do you like? Some milk? Do you like to top it with ice cream? Does it have to be warmed up and fresh? What's your favorite state of cake? Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Ice
cake.
cream cake? Is that the go-to?
Yes. Yeah, the Dairy Queen ice cream cake with the crumblies in the middle.
Mm,
That's the one. That's the
okay.
best cake.
Okay. Grub.
Yeah.
State of cake.
Yeah, no, I like it right out of the oven. Just firm enough that it's like can withstand having like the fork go through it, but warm, like really warm. I like fresh and gooey and moist. And this sounds awful now, but yes, fresh, gooey, and moist. I'm sticking with it. Although I do appreciate thank you very much. I do appreciate the out of the fridge in the middle of the night by yourself, which is what he was going to say, by myself, just at the fridge, hovering over the thing of cake and getting that cooled icing. That's good too. I approve of that.
Tam, favorite state of cake?
I'm more of a pie person, but
Oh.
if I had to eat cake, it would be slightly refrigerated. So it's got a firmness to it, but I can
Okay.
easily. I'm not like hacking at it with a machete. I need to, I can just glide on through with my spoon and eat it.
Back when I was at the coffee shop, a couple of my coworkers had a house together. We affectionately called it the Trap House, and it was someone's birthday, and I got them an ice cream cake for their birthday. We only wound up eating half because it was pretty big. And then the homie Johnny comes to me at the coffee shop. He's not even working. He's not even scheduled to work. He just goes down the hill and he goes, "Hey Jan, that ice cream cake that you bought for so and so, can I have some of it?" I was like, "Yeah, dog. It's in your house. Feel free." I pop over to the house later. It's maybe like 2-3 hours later. He's still sitting. He's sitting on the couch, just eating half the cake by himself with a fork. And then he's proceeded to put like the lid on. He just put the cake in there and just started eating it by himself. And then
Nice.
he was like, "Bro, I don't feel so good. I think it's something I ate. I got to call out today." I'm like, wonder what it is, Johnny.
I love that he walked to a place that you were at to be like, "Hey, can I eat this cake?" and then walked back.
Yep.
It was the 70s. Yeah.
yeah, the 70s back when we had coffee shops over there. Dan, you get a second voicemail.
Quick pie related thing, similar to that story. I once got sent a pecan pie at Game Informer from like a fan. I don't know why, or maybe it was like a promotional thing or something. Anyway, a pecan pie shows up and I never had one, but I love pecans. And I was like, okay. And I ate almost an entire pecan pie in one sitting because I guess I didn't know what the serving size was supposed to be because it didn't have like a barcode on it. And so I ate the whole thing and then I went down to record like a replay episode or something. And I was sitting next to Andrew Reiner and he looks at me and I'm just like sweating and like pale and I'm like lightheaded and stuff. And I'm just like, can't even think straight. And he's like, "Damn, what's going on?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm feeling really like I'm about to faint or something." He's like, "How much of that pie did you eat?" And I said, "Oh, probably like 3/4 of it." And he looked it up and it would have been like, I think I ate like 6,000 calories of pie and like hundreds and hundreds of grams of sugar in one sitting. And he's like, "You're not supposed to eat the whole thing." I was like, "It's my first pecan pie. I don't know."
I did the same thing with a quiche. In a home ec class, we made a quiche. And I was like, and then afterwards, I was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had." And then everyone made their own individual quiches. And me and my buddy, we ate our whole quiche each. And then afterwards, our home ec teacher looked at us and was horrified of like, you shouldn't have eaten the whole thing. Boys, what did you do? We're like, we
teacher's gonna get arrested.
Delicious. And then she was like, that's more calories than you should have in a week. What are you doing? And then,
You shouldn't be able, like, stomachs should stop you. If you eat like more than 2,000 calories in one sitting, your stomach should be like, whoa, we're good. It's like, it should be sending
100%.
signals to your brain. Like, bodies are fucked up if it doesn't communicate that to you.
You know why?
The bloomin' onion's like
happen?
6,000 calories. I'm like, the bloomin' onion should not. It should be physically impossible. Then it should not be able to exist.
It takes your body roughly 20 minutes to send the message to your brain, like that you're full. So if you basically speed eat a cake, you are eating that thing before your body can tell the rest of your body, like, hey, we should stop eating. So that signal is being sent. You're
I
just
wish that would happen with water,
outpacing it,
like
eating fast.
Like water, I'm like, oh, I want to drink like a gallon of water a day. I drink like 16 ounces, and it's like, oh, okay, I can't drink any more water right now. I'm too full. Like, why doesn't that take 20 minutes?
The 20-minute thing is that like a gland that you can do an exercise for to speed that up or anything?
Speed it up? No. It's just
always that way.
It's called being patient and like chewing your food and stuff, which is for suckers.
I was watching this one YouTuber, and she had said that she is always hungry, but she's like a fitness person, and she went on a tour of like her local area, just like eating all this food. She was making her boyfriend eat all the food as well. And by like the second place, she was like shoveling like a dozen donuts down, and then he just had one, and he looked so upset eating that one donut. And she kept like egging him on. It's like, honey, you gotta eat the donuts for the people at home. And then like after like later in the video, this guy's face he's just sweating bullets. His face is super pink. He just looks very nauseous. And
I went to the Cheesecake Factory over the weekend. And I do not understand how that place exists. I don't understand the menu items.
It's too many.
It was
pages.
graced by God.
It's too many
It was
pages.
graced
No, but
by God. That's how it
even the
exists.
most normal thing is like 3,000 calories. Like
Yeah.
I had a Beyond Burger, and it was like 2,000 calories. And I was like, it's just a standard burger. How has this happened? And then I had a bit of cheesecake afterwards, and I was like, how is this 2,000 calories? I like didn't even eat the whole thing, and then I felt like shit for days. I was like, oh my god.
I mean,
like
this
the
just sounds like you need to
atmosphere
build up
in
your body.
Cheesecake It's like grease and butter floating in the air, and it goes into your pores. So they have to
Right.
add that tax to the menu items.
Yeah.
It feels like a restaurant based on like Stargate, and they're like importing calories from another universe or whatever. Like, so yeah,
we went
most perfect place on earth.
We went with someone, Peter Brown, former GameSpot managing editor, and he was like, he got the item which looked the healthiest. It was like grilled salmon on a bed of rice, and then he looked at the calories, and he was like, this is like 3,000 calories. I was like, there's not an item on that plate that can hold three. I don't know how this has happened.
The portions are huge, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand. So hell place.
Love it.
Perfect. It's the best.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And one more voicemail, please.
bknoise.mp3.
I don't remember what this is.
Donkey Kong.
G'day, Dumpers. It's Sam from Australia. Listen, if you had to make a Banjo-Kazooie sort of noise, what would it be? Mine would probably be this.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
I don't know any Banjo Kazooie.
I've never tried this. Tim Turris really
Yeah,
does.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, Dan got it.
There's not a lot of like R sounds in Banjo Kazooie, huh? Like I can't do.
No.
There's probably
could
an
do that.
animal that's like that. Yeah.
Like I can't hold like the R's. It has to be like brap instead of.
can do it.
It's very quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I could do maybe the witch.
That was
Your
actually
gate did
Slippy.
not like that.
Yeah.
I just did Slippy.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It sounded like Star Fox. Blip, blip, dabba. He jumped into it.
That was good. I bet you just can do an
Played a lot of
amazing
Star
one.
Fox.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Grubb, your voicemail pick, sir.
Yes, I'm going to go with knobs.
Knobs.
Hi, this is Lucas. I'm in Athens, Georgia. I'm walking my dog Meatball by a beautiful lake. very tranquil, and I want to know what's your favorite doorknob?
Ooh.
Mm.
I like one where I don't like the round, shiny, glossy ones where you just feel like you're not getting a good grip on it. I like ones with a big old just honking, just you are grabbing, you get a full grip around this thing. It's like, it goes out. So there's this and then out and you crank.
Right, but I've had like belt loops get stuck on there, and I can't think of anything more frustrating than when I get caught on a door handle. So there's like negatives to that one. I think if it's going to be one of those big round ones, it needs to be like pretty large, and so like when I can grab it, it just feels like I'm getting a ton of torque on there. So I don't know. I'm kind of halfway there with you, like on the handlebar one. But no, just give me a big honking knob.
Yeah,
So
maybe they should make two-handers. Just like a big round one, they got to use two hands.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Oh yeah, like a sewer grate thing, or like a pressure valve. Give me one of those. Like we're on a submarine.
My least favorite type of door handle type of thing is like the slidey doors that are built into the wall, like the little nook thing you got to put your finger in and just push it over versus an actual handle. Those are the worst.
I need to grab something.
You know, I recently encountered, which I think is just absolutely terrible. It is the handle on a Tesla. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, those are the worst.
Like, how do you fuck up a handle? Like they make it, they made it so it's like
douchebag from space.
It's like, exactly. It's like it's part of the body, so it doesn't stick out or in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like poke one side of it to make the other side come out, and then pull it. And like I had until fairly recently, I had never interacted with a Tesla, and then I ordered an Uber, and it was a Tesla, and I was like, I don't even understand how to get into this, because I was like pressing it like a normal person. I was like, I don't understand it. And then you have to like, I did the thing where I poked it and then opened it. I was like, I have to use two hands to open a fucking door. You call this innovation?
Yeah, what if you have a bag? Bullshit. What if you're carrying like you got some fast food or something in one hand? Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. I hate it.
I'm sure the app can open the doors or something.
Right. I kind of like on my van, like all the doors can open, well, except for the two front doors with the buttons on my keys. So
those are amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, so if my kids are like running like ahead of me, I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna hit the button real quick while they're getting there, and now they can just hop right in. They don't have to like struggle to open the door. I like all that stuff, but when it does come time for them to open the door, they just pull the handle and it opens automatically, and that's it. So it's not a Tesla. So that's still handy.
When I was in Vegas, a lot of the casinos for some reason still have revolving doors, but a lot of them it's like a fixed speed. And one of the hotels we would pass by a lot, the revolving doors, they had like a small sign into each of the revolvers saying, "Please do not push," because
doors a lot.
Damn it! That's not even a joke.
It got me though.
Jesus Christ, damn. Because if you pushed it, it would just mess up the whole thing, and the whole thing would stop. And then these poor people kept getting caught in like this revolving door. Some people in the AC, some people outside in the heat. So maybe just take out the revolving door. Just get rid of it.
Like that. Fuck that.
It's kind of like a little ride, though. You know, it's more fun than a normal door, and you don't have to touch anything. In Vegas, you don't want to be touching things, especially in casinos.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I meant to tell this during the Bombcast, but one of the concerts I went to, the opener for the main show, there was this one guy on like the floor. The floor had like, it was all chairs, no standing. And this one guy during the last song of the opener, I think it was Band of Horses, their song Funeral, which was the only song I liked. He's standing up by himself, ready to have a moment. And I think he was trying to will everyone to stand up. And he was just like feeling the music, stretching his arms out. And then like the crescendo of the song kicks in. And then he's just clapping. And then he looks around and like no one else is standing up. And then he's just like, "Come on, guys, let's go." And like you could see him trying to pull up his poor partner. And then she's like, "No, please stop. No." And then
like the same vibe when someone's trying to start a wrestling chant, but they're the only person doing it. It's like, just give it up, buddy. Come on.
Oh my God. And then this guy, like he sits down, the same song, gets back up, and then you see him with his cup of beer. He accidentally drops it on the gentleman next to him, who I don't think he was there with. Well, that was great.
Oh,
that was rough, buddy.
Tam, your voicemail, please.
That uncle.
Hey, 3 a.m. boys. So I'm just curious. Everybody's got one. Who's your crazy uncle, and why is he crazy? Mine thinks fish like a hot meal, so he keeps worms in his mouth when he goes fishing, which is disgusting. And my family's secret shame. Anyways, love the show. Love y'all. Bye.
Weird uncles, odd uncles.
I got I don't know if I have the weird uncle. I've got the sort of maybe eccentric uncle or renowned uncle. He worked on he worked on the Apollo missions and so he was like at NASA during some of the Apollo missions, and then obviously like all those guys went on to do big stuff. So then he went on to like work at like Delphi and stuff like that. But yeah, he was like, he like helped calculate how much moon rock they should be bringing back and stuff like that. So that's the weirdest. Although they're pretty normal guys. They like golfing. That's the kind of uncles I have. Yeah.
I've got an uncle that works at Nintendo who... No, I don't. I'm kidding.
Did you say the new Halo's coming to Switch?
Yeah, he said the new Halo's
F-Zero's coming out this year,
Wow.
right?
That was him.
That's right.
Man, Scoob's grubbed. Cover those tomorrow.
I'm on it. I'm writing it down, taking notes.
I had Uncle Howard. He's since passed, but he just would talk constantly and always tell the same jokes. And so whenever my dad and I would go to a family gathering, we talked about like trying to avoid the Howard vortex, which means don't sit near him, basically. And he was just so loud. And every single time I was going to KU, University of Kansas, and I guess the basketball team's a big thing there, and I don't give a fuck about college basketball. And every single time I was near him, I was just, oh, Danny, what do you think about that team this year? I was like, Howard, I've never seen a single game. Like, oh, I tell you, Bill Self, he's got a good group of young guys there. Oh, I got Wayne Simeon. I think he's NBA quality. Howard, I don't know any of these names. I've never seen a second of a KU game. Oh, I tell you, boy, he just would not understand. Hey, I'm not interested in this thing.
That's like what my children are like, but they're 3 and 5. They're like, you don't have the same information about this TV show that I have. I don't care. I'm going to tell you about it anyhow, like you do.
One of my uncles, like he was very quiet, and it was very hard to get a read on him, and he often would come off as very cold. And he always was that way. He's very like analytical and very like straightforward to the point.
Mm-hmm.
But like a stealth mega nerd, but he'd never just show it. Like he had like a massive comic book collection, and one day he used to do these things where he'd show up one day and just like give us stuff out of nowhere, and we'd be like kind of confused because it's like, he just popped up and gave us this stuff and then vanished again, and it's very strange. So like he gave me his comic book collection one time when the PSP came out. He showed up with like a PSP for everyone, and I was like,
well, everyone?
What's happening here? Yeah,
Damn.
like all of his kids, and then me and my sister and stuff like that. I was like, this is very strange, and I still can't get a great read on him. But like, I'm just like, every now and then he just appears and will give me stuff and then vanish for a while, and I'm like, I'm fine. That's cool.
That reminds me of one of my uncles. He's very stoic, and now we're cool. But I swear to God, from ages 8 to 16, he held this against me for so long that they were having movie night at my aunt and uncle's house, and my aunt was like, "Oh, Jerome, what movie do you want to watch?" And then I was like, "Oh, let's go watch The Black Mask with Jet Li." Great movie, by the way. And my uncle and I, we go to Blockbuster, we rent it, and then we're watching it. And then like I said a line that Jet Li says in that, and then he looks at me and goes like, "Jerome, have you watched this already?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I watched it already, like with my parents. I just want to see it again with you guys." And then he gets so upset for some reason that
Oh no!
I made him rent a movie that I'd already seen before. That like every family gathering from then on out, he would bring on like, "Jerome, you see The Black Mask recently, huh?"
Weird.
In my 8th grade,
Is he being funny, or is he like still kind of like seething about it?
like low key both? Like I can't get a good read on him. And then like my 8th grade graduation passes by. He like pats me on the back. It's like, "Good job, Jerome. You know, if you wore a black mask today, that would have been funny, wouldn't it?"
Oh my God.
What is wrong
What a
with you?
weird thing to hang on to.
And then like I don't remember how much renting a video from Blockbuster was. Like
$8 or something.
$8? Okay.
Not
mean,
even. No way.
No.
Back then, no way. It was like $3 back. Yeah.
I think you just need to give him $3.
Yeah. There you go.
Maybe.
You should just send him every DVD copy of the Black Mass that you can find. There you go.
This is the same uncle where I explain to him what I do for a living here, and then like a month or 2 months later, he comes to me. He's like, Jerome, have you heard about these podcasts? They'll make a podcast about everything. and then like I go up to his little office, and this guy, he works as a civil engineer. He does not need my $3 for the Black Mask. But he wound up turning everything around, and he had like sound baffling on his walls and like
oh my God.
a fancy microphone. And then I was like, "You're really thinking about this podcast idea, aren't you?" It's like, yeah. They're doing a lot of true crime stuff. I think I could get into true crime. Like,
yeah, now's the time to get on that.
Is he gonna enact crimes and then do podcasts about them, or just like research?
That's a racket right there.
He should do a podcast about the crime of the time his nephew made him rent a movie he had already seen, which is basically like stealing. Basically stealing.
I would love a long form serial style podcast.
Tell him to start a Patreon. I would subscribe to it for that. Yes. Yeah. Interview like your mother. Well, why is he like this? Why would he make me do that? Jan, your voice for your uncle is Dave Chappelle's white person voice, by the way.
Wow, it is.
Jerome.
Yeah.
Jerome?
Yes. Totally is.
Officer, which way to the it's just it's the Dave Chappelle white person.
What are you doing, man? Don't look at my card.
I gave my pick to the audience, and the first one to respond correctly chose Hi Mom.
Hey, dumpers. This is George from Michigan. I started the most recent dump truck, and you immediately started talking about poop and kidney stones. And I deliver newspapers, and I deliver newspapers with my mom. And I can guarantee you, I listen to the dump truck while I deliver, so my mom is hearing everything next to me. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mother.
Hello.
I poop. Kidney stones. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Every now and then, every now and
we
then
can't take responsibility for who's around when you're listening.
We gotta make sure people live. It lives up to the dump truck name.
Yes,
we got to talk about some fecal matters, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the thing that the caller forgot to mention is actually that this person saved my life once, and they were too humble to admit it. They saved me from a burning building once. So. You know, you have raised a fantastic son.
Yeah, he out of nowhere one time I was struggling to pay my student loan, and he did lend me enough money to pay off my student loan and hasn't asked for it back. What a beautiful child you've raised. You should be very proud of him.
He gave me the confidence to make love to my wife again. So I really
he
just
took all the
thank you so much.
wrote all the essays for me in college, and that's why I have a degree. So thank you.
What a nice boy.
Yeah.
Yep. We are truly blessed. I don't want to put his name out because I don't want to dox him or anything.
Right. Yep.
Right. You don't want to embarrass him, but thanks, buddy. Here's looking at you.
If you're listening, you should know that you've raised a good child.
Yes. Yes. Dan, the wheel's back in front of you, sir.
By the way, I'm drinking seltzer, so I'm occasionally doing quiet little burps here, and it tastes like ink is coming up my esophagus. I'm turning into like a Death Stranding character right now.
You made an octopus's asshole now.
Yeah,
flipping it out.
Turning into a character or a pen.
Yeah.
So you'll just be able to sign papers using your nose. Just like
all this because you didn't want to eat an actual hat, Dan.
I think my stomach would be happier with an actual hat at this point.
You know, they make straw hats, and like
is straw edible?
Straw's edible
for horses. Right? Or is that, what's the difference between straw and hay? What's the difference between straw and hay?
I'm not qualified
because horses eat hay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone on the planet know this? Farmers.
There's at least three.
Some people know. To me,
knew.
they seem like the same thing, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably the same thing. Okay.
It's probably like how dense they are.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with storied career.
Storied career. I don't remember this. This is also the longest voicemail of this week.
Hey, guys. Long-time fan, first-time caller. A little nervous. Bear with me. Years ago when I was in the Army, we had a mad shitter in the car, in the motor pool, that would shit in the urinals. This was in the 90s, and it was the military, so there was no janitors, just, private me had to clean that shit up. And it got bad enough to the point that the sergeant major called everybody out to a formation one morning and had a total meltdown in front of the entire battalion, swearing up and down that he would find and do whatever you had to do to find this mad shitter. To my knowledge, the mad shitter was never found, and not long after that, Sergeant Major retired, and many believe it was the mad shitter what broke the man and ended a long and storied military career. Thanks for listening. Love what you do.
Thank you,
What's
caller.
the possibility that
He is
the
the mad
sergeant
shitter.
major? Yeah, yeah.
100%. He is the mad shitter.
Whoa!
Did
I
the
didn't even
shitting
think of
stop
that.
after he retired?
We don't know.
That's a good question. I guarantee you he was the mad shitter. And
Do you
I
think he
what
knew he was
happened
doing it, or was he like sleep mad shitting?
No, I think he was doing it, and then I think he suspected that someone might have been onto him, and so
Sure.
he brought up. He did the thing where he's like,
Thou
"I will
dost
find
protest
the
too
mad
much."
shitter. I will make it my mission to find the mad shitter." So everyone goes, "Oh, if he's looking this much for the mad shitter, he can't be the mad shitter."
It's a he who smelt it dealt it
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But he's also denying it and supplying it, which is
That's true. That is
interesting.
true.
It's like an
Yeah.
expert Among Us play. When someone
Exactly.
murders, you just accuse everyone else
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
rapidly, and then to throw off
Yeah.
the blame.
I don't get the
Did the
appeal.
murder and then called the meeting and blamed everyone else.
Yep.
I don't get the appeal of taking a poopy in a urinal. Seems awkward and uncomfortable.
What are you
I
going to
can
wipe
call Mike
yourself
Mahardy
with?
and see what it is.
Yeah, well,
how did Mike
there we
clean
go.
himself?
Mike? Oh, that's a good question.
Just treat it like a bidet. Just flushed it and let it flushed it.
Would he have to go to the sink and then go up to the the Dyson Air thing to like dry his ass out?
Can we call him and find out?
I can try.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do
Yeah,
have his
yes.
phone number as
You won't be
well.
able to hear us, but that's fine. That's totally like you can relay our questions.
What's the question I'm asking him?
Say when he pooped in the urinal, how did you clean? Don't give him any context. Just say it.
Okay.
How did you clean yourself?
You could let him know he's on a podcast so he doesn't get us
Yeah.
kicked off of Twitch or whatever.
Okay. It's ringing.
I hope he answers.
Me too.
Hi, Mike. You're live on the voicemail dump truck on giantbomb.com. You've come up in conversation, and people are wondering, when you shit in the urinal, how did you clean your asshole?
I use the hand towels or like the hand paper towels near the sinks.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mike. Get back to work. Okay.
Get back to work.
Great. Okay.
I mean, I guess I don't know what I expected.
Now I have follow-up questions because, like, where did he put those towels after?
You want me to call him again?
Call him
You want me
back,
to call him
call him
back?
Go.
What's
yeah.
the follow-up question?
Should I call him?
Where did you just put the
you call
shitty
him.
towels
Yeah,
in
Tim,
the
you call him.
trash?
Yes, Tim, you gotta
There we go. Perfect. Yes.
He's probably in the middle of editing something.
He could be in a meeting. Like, yeah.
These assholes calling him.
Or he
Well,
could
if
be
he
doing it
didn't
right
want this
now.
to happen, he shouldn't have shit in a urinal. Honestly, he should have thought
That's
about
true.
this.
Or he shouldn't have
Yeah.
told any of us.
Yes, exactly. Kept it as shame.
Okay. Is it ringing?
It's,
Hey, Mike, you are live on the voicemail dump truck. After you did your shit and cleaned your ass using the paper towels, where did you dispose of the paper towels?
Remember that.
Okay, thank you. Get back to work.
a national treasure.
All right. You know, there's I speaking of National Treasure and Mike Mahardy, I was watching National Treasure over the weekend.
Of course, like
and
you
then
do.
like the guy opposite Nick Cage,
Sean Bean?
not Sean Bean, his Robin to his Batman.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. I know the actor, or I know the person you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Kind of sounds like Mike Mahardy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it has Mike Mahardy energy, too.
Yeah.
It's a very specific brand of energy.
Right. He's kind of like on the verge of silly, but he also reports to know a lot about stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, we were talking recently about how he's simultaneously the fanciest guy I know and the biggest dumbass.
Yeah.
The duality
Yes,
of
that
man,
guy's definitely-
right?
that's the exactly.
That's the magic Mike.
And frankly, Dan, you might be Mike Mahardy's Nick Cage. Like that might be what's happening there.
I'll take
So,
that.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I'll
what's
take
happening
that.
there.
Hell yeah.
It's disconcerting.
Hell yeah.
All right. Someone's going to make that art. Jerome, please get on that, sir. I'll throw some cash for that.
I'll hit up your coffee, man. Yeah,
I'll
for
hit up
real.
your coffee just for that.
Yeah.
Jeff Grubb, I believe it's your turn.
Yeah, let me take a look here. I want to go with Jump 1 here. Jump.
All right. You get a twofer because you picked one. You'll get the second.
Let's do it.
Jumpers.
I'm saying this here, so it is on record.
This is the fake guy.
My prediction is that for the Mario movie trailer, or at some point in the movie, they're going to play the song Jump.
Oh.
That's
I
it.
could totally see
Is it
that.
crisscross jump?
I was thinking Van Halen.
Van Halen, but I mean,
I was
Chris
thinking-
Cross one would be even
Could
better.
we jump around? Was that the crisscross one?
Yes.
That's House
It'll
of
be a
Pain.
third
No,
eye
House of
blind
Pain.
jumper.
The House of Pain was jump around. It crisscross
Yeah,
was
crisscross
okay.
is just
Got it.
jump.
Yeah.
Jump. Followed by
Yeah.
Jump 2.
Or they could do Jumpman
By
if
Drake.
they're trying to be,
Yeah.
Jumpman
That's
would
a
be
good
cool
one.
too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is
Or
a
they
great
could
one.
do Jump on It.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh.
Or they could do the Jump. They could do that one too.
Uh-huh.
They should do one of those.
I think
They
Apache
could
jump on it would
probably-
be really good.
Oh, that would be really good. And then like they have
Yeah.
a fun dance number in the middle.
Yes, definitely. I cannot wait to see that dumbass. Is that this year?
Yeah. They moved it. They delayed it because Miyamoto wanted
Right,
a perfect movie.
Miyamoto here.
All right. We all have to see that and have a discussion about it.
Yes, absolutely. I
Has to
can't. I
happen.
hope it's really dumb. I hope it's really dumb.
Yes, me too.
Jumpman. I feel like it wouldn't fit, but it's gonna fit. If it's specifically the Drake and Future song.
It's the movie apparently has musical numbers, so maybe they could sing a cover version of one of these songs.
I have a Spotify
Harley Day.
playlist. I have a Spotify playlist which is just rap songs with crow sounds in it, and Jumpman is one of 2 songs in it. So I don't know. This is a big community. So if there's anyone else in the Giant Bomb community that knows any rap songs, hip hop songs that sample crow sounds in it, just
They use Raven sounds. Could
or
be Raven sounds.
Ravens work. I think I've got that and the Bobby Schmurder song,
Ooh.
and that's about it.
Is Bird what kind of bird is Birdman?
Yeah,
No,
and-
Birdman is a he. I mean, like he does little weird. I need it.
Does
Right.
that so Raven rap in any songs? Because that could count. Because those are Raven
Ooh.
sounds. Yeah.
What about Raven's theme song from WCW?
It needs to
Yeah.
have the sound of a crow or a raven on the beat.
Well, his
know what I'm saying?
WWF theme does start with Raven sounds.
oh, does it?
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's right.
The
Yeah.
WWF theme. Yeah.
What was his stable called? That's in the video game.
Flock.
Ravens.
The
it's
Flock.
Ravens
You got
Flock.
Sick
Ravens
Boy.
Flock.
You got
Yeah.
Reese. Yeah. You
Yeah.
got Billy Kidman. Yeah.
Billy Kidman. Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah. He's always
Billy
listening. Yeah.
Kidman. Oh,
The
man.
jorts
Yeah.
group. They just love their
Yes.
jorts.
Make sure you at me on Twitter with your suggestions to add to my playlist.
All right, I forgot to solicit a suggestion from the chat for what they would like
Let's
to
go
hear
with the
next.
first one they say. Oasis.
All right, playing Oasis.
Hey, Dump Truck Squad. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I had a situation that made me think of the voicemail Dump Truck the other day. I was in a car with my wife. We were listening to music on a long trip, and the song Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls came on. And my wife, God bless her, love her to death, but she does not ever really know artists along with songs very well. When she heard Slide by Goo Goo Dolls, she asked me, "Oh, is this Oasis?" And I just kind of laughed because I cannot believe she would equate Goo Goo Dolls with Oasis. Far different music, obviously. So my question for y'all is, have you had anybody mention something like that, comparing something, mixed up with something that is entirely the opposite of what you would expect them to think? You know what I mean? I love you guys much. This is Dan from Eugene. Bye.
Bye.
Are we talking about specifically music, or are we talking about like someone thinking something is one thing,
Oh,
but
sure.
actually?
Yeah, that works.
I know a guy once that tried to buy an edible hat and instead bought a piece of paper with ink on it.
My headphones aren't working. What's going on? That's weird. Huh. When I was a small kid, I remember I was driving around. I wasn't driving. My mom was driving, and you know the song "Werewolves of London."
Yes,
you know that
yes,
song?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I came on the radio and I was like, I like this song a lot. Mom, who is this? And she goes, oh, this is Elvis. And so for years, I thought Elvis sang Werewolves of London. And I remember my dad was driving me around years later and it came on. I was like, this sounds like so different than every other Elvis song. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? Mom told me this. I was like, no, it's Warren Zevon. Oh, okay.
My brother was driving around in the car with our mom, and they were listening to some like news report or something. It was the 80s, so it was probably like some Iran-Contra or something, or whatever. It was like it involved guerrillas, like guerrilla warfare. And my brother just turns to my mom and goes, "But mom, how did the guerrillas get the guns?" Because he thought they were actually gorilla apes running around with guns. Yeah, and I'm like,
what an image.
When I first heard that story, I'm like, wait, how did they get the guns?
Isn't
and then
that a movie called?
That sounds like
maybe.
That sounds like the C plot to the DreamWorks film Sing, starring Matthew McConaughey.
It's definitely a movie quote.
It could be, yeah.
That has that same thing. Like, what would I have to? If you see, it's like if you encounter the gorillas, don't say anything to them. And then the other person's like, "What would I say to a gorilla?" I only know it because it's sampled in an Army of the Pharaohs song.
Yes,
One that happened recently. My partner and I, we were just scrolling while we were still in Vegas. We were scrolling through tickets, and then I see an advertisement for the band Rise Against, and then I was like, "Oh, cool! I kind of enjoy that band from high school." And then she goes like, "Oh yeah, Killing in the Name of, right?
Oh,
Rise Against the Machine.
Nope.
You like that, right?" And I'm like, "Nope. That's Rage Against the Machine, not right." Oh boy.
Apologies if you've heard this one, but when I was a kid watching the Nothing But a G Thing video with a friend, they had the weed leaf on their hats and it'd be blurred out, on MTV. And my friend told me, he was like, "Hey, you know why they blur their hats there? Why their hats are blurry?" I said, "No." And he goes, "Because they smoke pot." And so for a long time, I thought the way he said it's because they smoke pot. I was like, well, I guess maybe the smoke goes up and makes the ink on the hat blurry. Maybe it was like a Nike logo and then it got blurry because the smoke or whatever. And
okay. Well, yeah, one more. I was watching Rocky IV for the first time at the kid who lived behind me, his house. And I was so into it, but I had to go home before the end. And I was like really frustrated, but I went home. And so the next day I saw that friend again and I said, "Hey man, what happened in Rocky IV?" And he's like, "Well, he was a robot." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "Rocky, he was a robot." I'm like, "What are you saying?" And I'm like, "There's no way that's true." And then years later, I watched it again finally, and I put two and together. Oh, at one point, here's exactly what happened. This is a very stupid kid. So the subtitles came on when Ivan Drago was speaking Russian. It says he is like a machine, and his mom probably looked at. He's probably, "Mom, what does that say?" And his mom's like, "He's saying something about him being a robot or a machine or something." And so in that kid's head, it was just like Rocky is a robot, and I was gonna beat up this kid because I was so angry when he told me Rocky is a robot. I'm like, I know what I was watching. He was not a robot.
Well, maybe it was Polly's robot. And he
of
just
the
put a
movie.
skin suit over it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
Westworld.
Yes.
One of my friends who I used to do a podcast with, Chris, he grew up. So, in I think it's the NWA song, is it Straight Out of Compton? There's a bit where someone goes, "Oh, for sure," like that. And it's usually a bit where they're kind of like introducing themselves and they're talking about who they are. And for the longest time, he thought there was a member of the NWA called Arthur Shaw.
Of course, there's Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and Arthur Shaw.
Yes.
The least cool name of the group.
Yeah, they cut him out of the movie. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I was watching Straight Outta Compton, and I thought it was a really good film. And then, they go through all the characters at the beginning. At least they go through Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube. And then the person I was watching it with, this is a very crowded theater. She leans over to me, and goes like, "Wait a minute, is this a real story? Is this like an origin story?" And I just look at her daggers. I'm like, "What do you mean? Why did you agree to see this movie with me?"
So origin story is a weird way to put it. It's just a biopic. It's not a comic book character. It's not the Joker.
God, that was my Joker moment.
Yeah.
Prequel to now?
Dan, I believe it's your turn.
That's what I call history books. Yeah.
You just say the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, your turn, sir.
Let me pull this up. Let's go with beep, beep, beep.
Move your feet. Get your cans to the street. The dump truck's coming. Beep, beep, beep.
Thank you, caller. Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Short, sweet. Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hi Matt.
What up, dumpers? Matt here doing some lawn work, listening to the voicemail dump truck episode. And I just got to say, you guys always make me laugh, having a good old time. So please do me a favor, quick shout out, get some work done around here, keep us laughing and having a great time. Thanks a lot for what you guys do. Take care.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, get that work done. I know exactly what you mean. I listen to podcasts while doing yard work too. That's the kind of thing where I'm like, yeah, just give me this energy, give me this dopamine to get through this. So finish mowing your lawn or whatever.
Always hard. Yes. When you're mowing a lawn. Not that I ever know about that. I just heard that on a TV show recently.
Was that just they're a pain in the ass?
Tam, yours pick, sir.
Sick with coconut.
Sick with coconut.
Yo to 3am boys, it's Johan calling from New Zealand. I'm the guy with depression, and you know what? I'm doing pretty well, all things considered.
Hey.
First of all, I played 2 of my voicemails last week. How awesome is that? Me, at least. Secondly, I'm actually going through COVID right now, so I can't go to work, and I'm playing video games all day and all night.
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah, not too bad. So how about you guys? If you're ever sick with COVID, what do you chill out to? What video games do you always go back to? Thanks. Bye, guys.
I have not gotten it, but I think that if I did, I would probably just zone out with some Power Wash for a long time.
Yeah, something
Or
where I don't
Vampire
have to
Survivors.
Use...
Oh,
yeah, Vampire Survivors
You could
is
just
a
tune
very
out to
good
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do something like that, or Tony Hawk's like American Skate Land for the DS or something. I would just like pick up my old DS. It's still just in there and like
very specific.
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
There's something about that's just like it's got everything in there, and it's got that nasty look to it on a for being like a DS game. I don't know. I don't have to think at all. I just go and skate in that game. So yeah, totally.
I had the Rona, and while I had it, I did not play any video games because I was just like, oh, I'm dying. What is happening? But when I'm sick, I usually will play some sort of RPG, like a Final Fantasy or a Mass Effect. It's because it helps me zone out. But yeah, and it's not super demanding as well, turn-based. But yeah, that's what I did. But otherwise, Vampire Survivors is a good shout.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors is a good thing. If I were to get sick or not be able to work for a bit, Vampire Survivors might be good. Maybe sometimes I'll bust out a good old Bejeweled. Just be weird.
Yeah, there you go.
I also titled that Sick with Coconut because Google's auto transcription thought COVID was coconut.
Oh, yeah, that had nothing to do with coconuts. I didn't even notice.
I gave my pick to the audience, and the first one they chose was no, not Oasis, Digimon. Playing Digimon.
Yo, it's Joe from Hawaii. Hey, is there anything that's like meant for kids, but you're into it? I recently got one of those like, well, I saw a sale on the Giant Bomb Discord. Shout out to the Giant Bomb Discord, the Deal Zone channel. There was a sale on those little Digimon things, like the little keychain thing, kind of like a Tamagotchi. And I bought one. And I fully intend to carry this with me wherever I go and raise this little pooping motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And one day I hope to meet somebody out there who has one and we can battle and become Digimon bros. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Later.
Thanks, Hawaii Joe.
Something for kids that I got into. I think something for kids that a lot of people get into, Kingdom Hearts.
Wow, I'm right here, Tam. I thought we were friends.
I try to get my kids into things that I'm like, there's a good chance I'll enjoy this if it's on the TV. The Muppet Babies show has got like a slamming sound every single episode. This is the new Muppet Babies. The old Muppet Babies is on archive.org. Shout out to archive.org.
It is.
If you want to watch the old Muppet Babies, all on there. Yes, absolutely. You can watch it for free right now. It's
Are
the
you
library
snitching
on the internet.
Is that snitching? Oh, no, I don't think it is snitching, is it?
I mean, if Disney wants to put it on Disney Plus, I'll watch it there too. Like I pay for both,
Yeah.
so but it's not on Disney Plus. But the new one is, and the new one's great. All the songs are really good in it. So I'm like, this is actually like really pleasant. And then Tumbleleaf on Amazon Prime is another one that they don't like nearly as much as I like it. It's about this little fox solving problems all the time. And it's like really sweet and kind of like summery vibes. I'm like, I'm into this. But yeah, and Bluey is every parent is into that way more than their kids are.
Bluey's great.
So.
I'm not a
Blue's great,
parent,
right?
and it's
Yeah, but kids
hilarious.
don't care about it. Yeah.
Oh, something for kids that I got into. The kiddie pool.
Okay.
Kidding.
My partner and I unfortunately wind up falling into the new age Disney Channel original movies, and a good chunk of them are musicals because High School Musical blew up the world, and we wound up really liking The Descendants. But all of the music, I'm gonna say, is not that great. It's not that great. They got this one song where they just go chilling like a villain, and like they're roaming around like the slums of like the villain quarters because they've sectioned off the villains and bad people into like a ghetto versus all the heroes of the universe, and they're all in like this pristine futuristic society. But I gotta tell you about this new one where it's called Sneakerella.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's
the adverts for it.
I give it a 5 out of 5 just because it has maybe some of the worst rapping I've ever seen in a musical. I am okay with Hamilton. I have no problems with it, but I hate that it is really popularized rap in a lot of musicals. And you can tell the person writing these raps does not have like the right flow or whatever, and it does not work. But I give it a 5 out of 5 because they have a fairy godmother-like character that is never explained why they are magical. It is just a random Hispanic dude that's like, oh, go and it's like, go and drive my car, friend. And then like the car gets towed and he doesn't say a word about it afterwards. And then like he sprays something and then like it turns into magic. I don't know.
It's wild.
Great.
I just remembered when I was a while back when I sat down in front of the TV randomly one day and Pingu was on.
Sure.
That shit is surprisingly compelling for some reason. I cannot explain why. Oh no, the other one is Pocoyo. Have you ever seen Pocoyo?
Yes.
Pocoyo is like
weirdly addictive to watch.
Yes, right, because it's just like it's got this rhythm to it where they're just like, oh, they're gonna go encounter a problem, and they never like. So at least they talk. It's not very much, but they're just like they're gonna bring in the elephant now, and they're these little claymation guys or whatever. Or they look very kind of claymation-y.
He does the little dance as well, like this.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yes. But it's just like, man, how are they gonna solve this problem? And I'm like, yeah, I get into the flow to it. Yeah.
I'm sure there are people that would consider everything that I'm into for kids, you know, between video games and wrestling and Legos and, you know, all that stuff. But
Right. Like,
I don't know. I
Explain
feel
what
like
you do for a living to the forefathers of the country, and they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. But even like Lego, I don't consider for like, I'm doing like not things like kids aren't putting together like a globe or like an NES set or something. So like, I think the demographic is just 30-year-old dorks or 40-year-old dorks. You know?
Yeah, I feel that way with Pokemon cards too, because whenever I see anyone at a Target buying Pokemon cards, it is always a dude around our age trying to flip that shit and make a video of it. But you know, who's killing the game with Pokemon cards is Barbara Jan. Shouts out to Barbara Jan. Let's go. The last round, everybody. Dan, your final pick.
Let's go with Truck Bed.
Truck Bed.
Stumperinos. One time I was at a drive-in movie theater and I decided to try and open the bed of my dad's truck while standing in the bed. I reached over, grabbed the latch, pulled it open, and as it fell over, it threw me over onto the ground. My father watched me and laughed, and then as I stood up, I went headfirst into the now newly opened truck bed and knocked myself unconscious. Woke up in the hospital. Did not remember what movie it was. Love you guys. Thanks.
That sounds straight out of like Black Sheep or something, like a Chris Farley sequence.
And David Spade's just going humph the whole time.
Oh,
Humph.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that this dude like comboed himself into death.
That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Jeff Grubb, your final pick, sir.
Yeah, let's do system level.
System level.
What's up, jumpers? This is Adam from Reseda. With the new consoles, you have new system level settings like invert y-axis and subtitles. So what kind of system level settings would you want on life? Like, what if every time you put on shoes, you just automatically have socks on underneath them? You don't think about it.
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be
good.
Cool, right?
That's a
good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
This is a tough one because, like, what is magic and what is part of system level? Because I'm like, every time I put on a shirt, is it clean? That doesn't seem like a system level thing. Like, it seems like cheating.
I was gonna say every time I drink a cup of coffee, it's like hot.
Yeah,
but I guess I could kind of do that now if I bought like a heating mug or thermos.
Right.
Auto poop wipe. Every time you take a shit, it just
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just a
like
bidet, yeah.
every
to, like,
toilet has a bidet.
It doesn't
Like,
work
that's the
though if you
system
poop
level,
in a
yeah.
urinal though. It doesn't
Yeah,
work. It gets
no.
confused.
Right.
Right.
I feel like bidet requires your input still. I would like it to be just like automatically clean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's like the sliding doors at Target where just there's a sensor and it knows when you're
Yeah.
done. Like when it can tell poop stopped falling out, that's when it does it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're still
Okay,
using
yeah.
toilet paper though, is the thing, you know?
Yes,
You could
that's
still
true.
clog a toilet. So it depends on like
Right.
the automatic usage of toilet paper is equivalent to how much you're pooping. So, you know, that's still
we're
matches up.
veering on this topic. I just wanted to, on the old Tested podcast, they had this long going thing of in Star Trek, do they just teleport the poop out of your stomach and so you never have to go poop? And would that be something you would want?
No, I definitely wouldn't want that, because if people were more honest with themselves, they would rank taking a shit as one of the most satisfying things that they do in their life. Like
I mean,
the joy that comes from just getting that shit out of, getting those demons out.
Yes,
is,
getting those
like,
demons out, yeah.
unparalleled. There's nothing like it. Like it is like the best feeling once you really like squeeze one out. That feeling after you're like, yeah. I would never want to take that away from any person.
I knew someone that was backed up for a week once. No follow up to that story. I don't.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah.
might be backed up, but yeah.
That's
all
my
you know.
dad once. My dad was having a lot of pain. He got an X-ray, and he was literally filled with shit. Like it just like backed up. Yeah, and then he just had to poop. And that was the prescription. Just go take a shit.
I remember that bit from Tested. Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Tam, your final pick, sir.
I'm gonna go with Super Confident.
Super Confident.
Hey everyone, this is Bree from New Jersey. If Dan's on the show for this one, I know he'll have a lot of answers, but I'm curious, have you ever thought you knew something, like you're super confident about it, right? And you find out one day you were like 100% wrong? For me, you know how like on some of the maps of the United States, they have Alaska in like a little box next to Hawaii at the bottom? I thought that's where Alaska was for like the longest time. Yeah, so thanks. Bye.
This is kind of similar to the misunderstanding question from earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a dude who I knew that was super confident that the edible hat he was buying was an edible hat and not a piece of paper.
You guys remember when his mouth was just blue as hell? Just the bluest anyone's mouth has ever been? Fuck.
Oh, it's getting pink again.
It's yeah, it went away.
It's like weirdly pink. Why is it so pink?
It's because it's played off the same.
Am I
end of the
dying?
blue.
It's because his stomach is eternally bleeding. He's dying in front of us.
Is that blood on my tongue now? God.
Oh, he just
Wow,
oh,
he just like
left.
accidentally left.
Wow.
He just left the call.
Oh, man, I'm gonna feel real bad if he dies. Actually. Okay. No. All right.
Okay,
He's back.
is he? He's
Oh, I don't know how that happened. my brain is malfunctioning because of the.
I don't think. I think one time I was super confident telling a friend that Crocodile Rock was written by Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then Elton John wound up doing a cover because my parents bought me a bunch of Alvin and the Chipmunk VHS tapes.
Sure.
And all those times, like I had assumed like that they wrote these songs and performed them, and then all these other artists were copying them. What an idiot.
Just the most prolific musicians of all time. Were the Chipmunks.
Exactly. I thought the same thing with RoboCop for the longest time because the Chipmunks did Robo-Monk. Which was almost the whole story minus the very gruesome scene in the beginning. That when I watched RoboCop for the first time as like a teen, I was like, "Huh? Is this based off the Chipmunks thing?"
It's like
Do you think kids do
pretty
that
much
today
every
with like
classic
Kids
movie.
Bop?
Oh, Kids Bop, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's getting hot in here. I'm pretty sure that Kids Bop did this song first.
Like, oh, this is
Nelly
dirty.
stole this.
Gosh.
Yeah.
This is every classic movie I ever watch. It's just like, oh, okay, that's what that Simpsons thing was from. It's always just like, okay, I've seen this before, but it was Simpsons. I feel like I don't actually have a lot of answers for this because I think the premise of the question is something you were very confident about and then you were wrong. I know there's a lot of things I don't know and that I've learned later in life, but it's never anything I was confident about. The only thing I'm confident about are like video games and wrestling. And the rest is just nice things to learn, I guess.
This has definitely happened to me, but I have too much shame associated with it, so I just completely try to forget it immediately. Where I'm like, yeah, I definitely know what's going on here, and then I say it to someone, everyone's like, no. Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I'm out of here. Fuck that.
If you're in the news writing game and you make such a terrible mistake and you let that get to you, that can really shake you.
Oh yeah,
like I'll never.
You really do have to just forget about that. Yeah, you have to move on.
You're better off just moving on with your life.
Yeah.
All right. Final pick from the audience, and they chose shout out.
Yo, it's Joe from Hawaii. Hey, is it shout out or like shout outs or shouts out? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're giving somebody shout outs or shouts out, which one is it? Or are they both applicable? Anyway, later.
I think shouts out.
Shouts out is multiple people.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if it's like shout
outs
out to
is multiple shout
Speckled
outs.
Bird,
Yeah.
Enemy Mouse shouts out to Sam, if IFC fan, me Auntie Nora, that kind of thing. But if it's one person, it's shout out to.
Yeah. If it's multiple accolades, shout outs. Like, yo, Red Horse Spirit, you did this, and that. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'm gonna forget this rule immediately, but I think this all makes perfect sense.
All right. You know what? Let's give the audience one more. I think I saw them pick pine trees. But we'll play that last because I choose $5.
Yeah, how convenient, Dan. Dan, you can just remember every little detail about Monaco's aside from your violent outburst. I saw you out there, and I approached you. I just asked you for those $5 you owed me. And you said, get out of here, chump. Get out of here, you chump. And you were pointing your finger at me, and you came at me, and you pushed me down. And it was right outside of my favorite arcade, and all I wanted was my $5 so I could play Silent Scope, and you just called me a chump, Dan, and you pushed me down.
Hang on.
This is the plot of the game.
Silent Scope? When did that come out?
Fuck, you think any of us have that off the top of our heads?
You're
This is like the plot of the game, though. You're being Michael Douglas right now.
Yeah. 1999.
Yeah,
99? Okay, well, there you go. He was referencing 1994, so there's all the proof you need that story's complete bullshit.
Wow. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Monaco's. It's Malibu Grand Prix. I got my damn license.
Yeah.
All right.
Guy's full of shit. I don't owe anyone $5.
You might owe someone $5.
I don't think
That's
so.
the key here, is that he definitely doesn't want to owe anyone money. That's the key.
My question is, why do you owe him money? Like, what happened? Did you like steal money?
Silent Scope did not exist.
Or
this guy's full of shit.
You're a chump. I could see it. I could just see Dan being just like
That's
this.
me. I was a bully in 1955, calling people chumps and taking their arcade money.
Cigarettes in your rolled up sleeves and stuff.
Yeah, Dan used to have like a little
switchblade
pump.
comb.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, that was me.
It's Chuck Taylor's, his high-waisted Levi's.
Yep, absolutely.
last voicemail of this week, pine trees.
What's up, 3am peeps? I just ripped a huge bowl of weed. I'm high.
Yeah, we can tell.
Hey, I think pine trees are pretty cool. Nothing else. You enjoy your day.
Crazy. They're nuts because like those aren't even leaves.
Those are pine nuts. We're talking about pine trees.
Pine trees.
God damn it.
You're gonna don't. There you go.
Yeah, that's what Jeff got. Yeah, they're crazy. Like at that point, I don't think it's a tree, right? Because like when you think of a tree, like in a word association thing, if I said tree, what's the first word you would say?
Palm tree.
No, you'd say leaf. Before bark,
you're right.
before sap, before roots, before any of that, you would say leaf. I think
and
trees
that is
need
how we
leaves.
designate species. Is word association. That's why you always see scientists playing that game.
You can't ask an open-ended question and then reply, no, there is the correct answer.
Well, he was wrong. He was wrong.
Dan, I would love to see you on what's that word association game show, Pyramid or something?
Oh, the $10,000 pyramid?
Yeah. Oh God, we just need to ape that and just do that for a stream.
Have you ever done the thing? Okay, I want to do an experiment here. This is a game. I don't know if Tim Terry made this up, but he does this a lot, and it's fun. All right, I'm going to go one. I need somebody to play this with me.
I got you, Dan.
Okay,
Tam.
Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna say a word, and we're gonna see how many rounds it takes for us to say the same word. So, like, basically, if I said yellow and you said fruit, we'd 1, 2, 3, banana. You know?
Okay.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, what the
3.
words?
What?
Just
anything. Anything. You just say a word.
Anything, and then that's the whole
All right. 1, 2, 3. Planet.
Coffee.
Planet and coffee.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3. Starbucks.
Rebels.
Hey, just so you know, I was gonna say Starbucks.
Yeah, Star Planet. Wait, you said Rebels?
I said Revels. There's a chocolate called Rebels.
Oh, okay. So it's a chocolate. So I said Starbucks, and you said a chocolate.
Let's say
Rebels.
chocolate.
Okay, Starbucks and chocolate. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Mocha. Yeah, that's 3. There we go. Oh yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Three's good.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, that was good.
Oh god, I feel like we should like buy lotto tickets now or something.
Yeah. I'm jacked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that just about does it for the voicemail dump truck this week. If you want to call into the voicemail dump truck, you just gotta open up your phone, flip up your phone, hit 707 exit flu. It's easier with a T9 keyboard, I believe, to figure that out. I still don't actually know what the numbers are. Leave a voicemail. Do we want to ask for a prompt or just call?
I don't know. Trees.
Yeah. Let's talk about trees. If you're getting smizzy with it, just call in and just talk about like your state of mind, but keep it under a minute. We've been getting a lot of calls that are going like minute to 3 minutes. And
we didn't have a single call that we did this week that was over a minute. Like we're not even gonna probably play them.
Let's have some relationship advice questions.
Oh, Tam wants to play like
let's
love
do some
guru
agony
here.
on stuff.
Yeah.
It's not about your roommates.
Yeah.
I don't care about your roommate problems.
Yeah.
Snitch on some people.
Yeah, there you go. Snitch.
Yeah, okay. If there's a secret you've been dying to tell but don't want to tell anyone else, tell us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave out the
rear window
incriminating-
situation.
Yeah, leave out the incriminating details. Just get it off your chest, and we will share that with you.
All right. If you're watching this live, tune into Game Mess Mornings tomorrow. We might try and do some Halo stuff afterwards. And then Unprofessional Fridays in the afternoon or evening or morning, depending where you are. I've been Jana Shoa. He's been Dan. He ate a hat in quotation marks.
I'm done. No debts.
No debts. No $5. But that's Jeff Grubb. That's Tam. Happy 14th birthday to Giant Bomb, by the way. Man, we're so close to being able to rent a car or being of age to do things. Thanks, Marina, for the reminder. And we'll catch y'all later for another installment of the Voicemail Dump Truck.
Bye.
You owe a debt to God. That's what you owe, Dan, for what you've done.
Mike's still alive.
Go.